So it's game number two, and both the teams are out there in the middle. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas taking on Saraf and partners. That's game number two coming your way from ground number two at Modern School Barakhamba Road. This should be some tight contest. Two equally matched teams. They will be fighting it out against each other. Should be some contest. So here we go. We are all set for game number two. SAM are winning the toss, electing to bat first. Just because of that, both their openers have this aggressive approach. And if they get going and put a big total on the board, then it is almost impossible for the teams chasing to compete with this team. Such a dangerous unit, this team. And also Saraf and partners, they are a well-knit unit. And they'd be looking to come on top as well here. Two evenly matched teams. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas winning the toss. Was there a nick there? Wasn't too far away from the toe end of the bat, and the keeper couldn't collect it cleanly. That's a good comeback by the bowler. Both Anup Rawat and Pranav Nanda have come out to open and straight away started with all guns blazing. And Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they played their previous game on this ground. They put up a very big total here. The last time I remember, they played most of their games on ground number one. That's squeezed under the bat. There was an appeal by the bowler, late appeal. But pretty sure that there wasn't any bat on it. He was a bit too late onto that one. Shirin bowling the first over. What a shot that is. That had class written all over it. Through the offside, 4 more. Well, dot deliveries, played and missed. That doesn't bother him one bit. He only knows to play one style of cricket, and that is aggression. He won't back down, and nothing will bog him down as well. He will play his strokes no matter what. That is why he's such a dangerous customer. And he's a skipper as well, Anup. He's got the mindset. Again, looks to swing it downtown, doesn't make any connection straight to the keeper. What an eventful over this is. And that's how they play their game, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They are so positive. No matter what happens, even if there's an early fall of wicket, the batsman that follows will counter-attack. And that's what's required. in this form of cricket as well. You've just got 20 overs. You've got to go for the kill. That's how winners operate. Just a push, and he will get only a single this time around. I reckon that's the end of the over. Yes, it is. 9 runs coming off it. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They're 9 for no loss after the first. Jersey number 26 will be sharing the new ball with Shireen. Pranav is the man on strike. On the pads, he won't miss out there. That's worked away nicely. And look at the timing on that one. That's four. The fielder from the deep was running towards the ball to stop that boundary. But in the end, the ball winning the race. He starts off with a boundary as well. These two are so dangerous out there, opening the batting for their team. And if they stay out there, say only for the power play overs, they will send the opposition team to a leather hunt. Jersey number 26 will continue. Goes big. That is a lovely shot. Has that gone all the way? You bet. First 6 of the game. Over long off. Nonchalantly plays that. Just stroking into it. What a hit that is. That is a serious shot. Amazing display of power and timing. I told you, these two are dangerous. As a bowling unit, you need to see their back early. On the pads, gets away with that one. There is a fielder, shot fine leg straight to him. Just a single. One more run added to the total. Jersey number 26, he will be feeling the heat. He will be feeling the pressure. This is not the best of starts for him with the ball. He's been attacked. He's on the back foot. That's a wide. You can see the struggles. You can see the pressure. What he's trying to do is bowling. He's trying to bowl away from the radar of the batsman. In the process, bowling it away from the tram line. That's what these batsmen do to you. They play with your mind. Oh, that's a Yorker. Sensational delivery that. The batsman somehow squeezes it away towards the onside. Gets one run. Pranav off the mark. Pranav facing his first delivery. Gets a single straight away, and he knows his task. He knows it's to provide Anup as much strike as possible. The skipper will go hell-bent on hitting the bowlers out of the park. Opens the face of the bat at the last moment, guides it away towards the third man region, gets another single. That was a low full toss. He'd be disappointed. He'd feel like he missed out there. Gets Pranav back on strike to face the final delivery of the second over. And look at that run rate already. It's 12.55. Saraf and partners playing their first game on this ground this time. It's still early days in this tournament. Pranav meanwhile just pushes it away towards mid-off, gets a single, and he will keep strike with that single. Second gone. They're scoring at a clip of 12 at the moment. They're 24 for no loss. So jersey number 33 continues. He's coming around the wicket now. That's an interesting ploy. Starts off with a wide. Not the starts he would have liked with a changed angle. An extra given away. Shireen giving away 10 runs in his first over. Ronak giving away 15. Pranav is the man on strike at the moment. Batting on 2, and that's what you can expect of him. Being sensible, playing second fiddle. He'll, in all likelihood, play the role of the sheet anchor. Meanwhile, Anup, he'll look to dispatch. He will send it to all parts of the ground if he's out there. He's only got one gear. That's the top one. No matter what the situation is. He goes big, could be a wicket, and he's put it down. That could be costly. That could be very costly indeed. It's a skipper of Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. That was hit hard. And that ball was travelling. Might sting a bit. But that could really come back to haunt you as a fielding team. He gave it his all, threw the kitchen sink at it. Nicely gets on top of the bounce, opens the face of the bat, works it away towards backward point, gets another single, gets one more run. One more added to the total. Gets Pranav back on strike. Anup has moved to 22. And I really like the dominating approach that Anup has in every single game. It's not as if he can't be sensible, that he can when he's chasing targets. That's a boundary. A couple of bounces and into the boundary ropes. Pranav joins in on the ad. His first. He moves to 7, and what a stylish stroke as well. Well, these two have assessed the conditions pretty early. Well, you don't need to assess if you start hitting from ball number 1. That's the approach that the skipper had. And Pranav senses that the pitch isn't offering much to the faster bowlers initially. And he just clears his front foot. All he had to do was clear the man standing at mid-on. That he does with relative ease. Didn't even try to hit it too hard. Pranav moves to 7 of 4. Bangs it in short. That's a shorter length I was talking about in the previous game. When you bowl that length, it becomes really difficult for the batsmen. They're caught in two minds. They don't know whether to stay back or to go forward. It's a length really hard to pick on this surface, especially when the ball is keeping low. Effort ball, effort ball. The keeper is elated. He is 100% sure that there was some glove on it. The umpire is unmoved. He's not happy. The wicketkeeper isn't happy. How do you take a review on that? Well, the wicketkeeper was really hopeful. He thought that there was a genuine edge. Rather, he thought it was off the glove. He was suggesting that he's disappointed with that decision. Three overs gone. Shardul Amash and Mangal Das, they are 31 for no loss. It's been an eventful start. We've been entertained by both the opening batsmen. So jersey number 26. What a shot! That was in outside slide fumble. That's one more. Scintillating hit to the fence. All along the carpet. Anup Rawat moves to 26 of just 13. Ronak, he's been dispatched for boundary. First ball of a fresh new over. I tell you what, he's not shining bright at the moment. That's a full toss. That is a rank full toss chance. There was long off. Just short of him. He came in running. Where we are within the power play overs, and you can be assured that Anup will continue playing like this in the first six, the mandatory power play overs. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle at the moment. One is standing at sweeper cover, one is at long off. There's a third man inside the ring, fine leg inside the ring. Wow. He's so pleasing to the human eye. It's not as if he's just trying to bludgeon the bowlers. He's playing proper cricketing shots, and that too with a straight bat. He's mostly looking to play within the V. That's what's impressive about him. About both these batsmen rather, both Anup and Pranav. Getting a thickish inside edge. Oh, confusion out there. They get away with that slight fumble by the fielder standing at mid-on. But there was all sorts of confusion out there in the middle. Anup wanted a single. Initially, it was Pranav who made the call. Anup was ball watching. He was rather disappointed that he couldn't put away. Pranav made the call. Then he was not sure if Anup would make it. Then Anup thought of a single. He slipped. All sorts of confusion. In the end, everything is safe. Outside the tram line, just lets it go. That's smart batting. Why take a risk when the bowler is giving you freebies? Just accept it. The current run rate is 10.36. Another couple of deliveries to go. Uses his feet. That's straight to the fielder. Is that a catch? It is a catch. For a moment, you think it was a bump ball, but it was not to be. That is a sharp catch taken by the fielder and a big wicket. Anup Rawat, the skipper, after providing a brisk start to his team, he has to walk back. But he's done his job, he'd believe. 27 is what he's made of just 16 deliveries. And Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they're 38 for 1. So final delivery of a fresh new over. New batsman is out there. A left-hander comes onto the crease. That can't be given out. It's definitely going down leg. Chintan is the new batsman. Not too sure what the signal from the umpire was, but a signal coming of the final delivery of the over. Successful over comes to an end. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas after the fourth. They're 39 for 1. So jersey number 33, bringing in the fifth over. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas made a positive start, but they've lost their skipper. They're 39 for 1. Just making some adjustments in the field, the bowler. Shireen will continue into his third over. I'm surprised that he's been given a third. Oh, was close call. Was very close to the outside edge. I think it was a late reaction from the bowler. It was the wicketkeeper who went straight away. And the bowler joined in on the appeal very late. In all probability, he knew that it had missed the edge. Plays it stylishly towards mid-on, gets a single. Chintan off the mark with that single, gets Pranav on strike. Now Pranav is another backbone of Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They have got no dearth of batsmen in their ranks, but he has been a mainstay for them. He scored heaps of runs last season as well. And they'd be hoping this time around to he can come out all guns blazing and be the anchor for his team at all times. Squeezes that out, plays it away towards short third man, gets another single, moves to 9, gets Chintan back on strike. Now, as I said, one positive thing about Shardul Amachand Mangaldas is that they always try to remain positive as a team. No matter what the situation is, they never give up. Down the leg side, will have to re-bowl that one. That's a wide signal by the umpire. Fuller length delivery, a huge shout. That was close, I tell you what. And how did that miss the stumps? That was mighty close. If that had hit the bat first, turns it away towards the onside, gets a single. Final delivery of the over coming up. Shardul Amachand Mangaldas here, 44 for 1. I'm still pondering upon that LBW shout in this over against Chintan. That looked really close. The only thing that might have saved him there was probably an inside edge. Advances down the ground and puts it right through the gap, through extra cover. 4 runs, great use of the feet. Ends the over on a high with a boundary. Shardul Amachand Mangaldas there, 48 for 1 after the end of the 5th. Jersey number 16 running in, change in bowling. The batsman looks to work it away using the pace of the bowler, turns it towards the point region. Slight fumble allows the batsman to take a single. The score moves to 49. Chintan is back on strike. Chintan batting on 6. He's got such a level head, does Chintan. He plays according to the situation his team is in. He knows how to play when. And his shot selection is supreme. Shashwat, meanwhile, has been introduced into the attack. Right arm medium pacer. Jersey number 16, Shashwat. And I'm still amazed that Shireen was given 3 overs up front, which means in the back end he'll only have 1. On the pads of Chintan, again can't be given out, a single taken, most probably leg buys. And 50 up for Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, courtesy that single 50 up in very quick time. Pranav back on strike, batting on 11. Shashwat on top of his bowling mark. Slight change at the field for the right-handed batsman. He's got an interesting approach. Almost a wicket. Almost a wicket. I feel that he didn't time his jump. Otherwise, that could have been another. Pranav gets away with that. Probably 3 to 4 centimeters here and there. And that would have been a catch. He was rooted there, the fielder, standing at backward point. And he almost thought that he'd probably jump, take the leap in the air. He didn't get the timing right. Otherwise, could have been a big, big wicket. Gets a reprieve, does Pranav. He moves to 15. Shashwat to continue. Goes big again. This time it's way over the fielder's head. That's 4 back-to-back boundaries. Putting on a statement here. Pranav has had enough. He's throwing his hands at a wide one. Got the width on offer. Just goes hard at it. See, the thought process, that's exactly what I was coming to. The thought process of this team is so crystal clear. If there is a loose ball, no matter what the situation is, you're supposed to put it away. Short in length, again the same region, but this time there's a sweeper cover, only gets a single. He'd be happy that he hadn't timed it way too well. Gets a single and gets Chintan back on strike, courtesy that single. Final delivery of the power play overs. After this, the restrictions would be eased. Shashwat running in. Chintan, the man on strike. He looks to hit it straight. Mid-on should cut it off. Slight fumble. They'll come back for the second. Slightest bit of fumbles. And they seize the opportunity. They come back for the second. That's the end of the power play overs. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They're 61 for 1 after the end of that. So the power plays are done and dusted. Aditya comes into the attack. The off spinner doesn't flight it much, pulls it really quick. And that's his strength. Gets grip. And when it's spinning off that length and off that pace, as a batsman, it becomes really difficult for you to maneuver this bowler. Batsman nicely using his wrist, turns it away towards the long on region. So there is long on in place, sweeper cover as well. Then there's long off too. And now the field changes for the left-handed Chintan. Would be interesting to see how the off spinner bowls to the left-handed batsman. Aditya Arora bowling his first. Chintan the man on strike. He's coming around the wicket. Should be interesting. That's a good angle. Uses his feet nicely. Gets to the pitch of the delivery. Turns it away towards the onside. He's upset with himself. Didn't quite middle it. Straight to the fielder. One more run. Pranav back on strike. Pranav batting at 21. He's fluent since ball one. Smart bowling. Really smart bowling. He saw the batsman coming down. Changed his length. Just slightly pulling back his length. And the batsman had to make the late adjustment. That is wonderful thinking by the bowler. Aditya is a smart operator. Chintan back on strike now. He's off to a good start, Aditya here. He's tied up the batsman. Hasn't given away any freebies. Until then, that was shorter in length. Long hop. He quickly rocks back and puts it away into the gap. The fielder, he did try but couldn't stop the ball. Just as I say that, he dishes out a freebie. Well, I tell you what, that wasn't the worst of deliveries. The length was still fine, but Chintan so quickly picked up the length. It's remarkable. Again, goes aerial this time. Fielder positioning himself and he puts it down. He was in a perfect position to take that catch. It looked like he was safely underneath that one, and at the last minute he puts it down. I can vouch for the fact that these aren't easy catches because the sun is glaring down on you. But these have to be taken. Could be a costly miss. Chintan is a dangerous batsman. He can make you pay. An eventful seventh over comes to an end. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they're 69 for 1 after the end of that one. Start of a fresh over. First delivery, Chintan tries to push it away. Turns it towards the offside, gets a single. This pair is doing a good job here, stitching together yet another partnership. Pranav back on strike. He'd be facing the off spinner. Two off spinners bowling in tandem. Interesting prospect. Smart, deft touch there. Trying to use the pace of the bowler. Any finer And that would have run away towards the third man fence. Jersey number 7 coming around the wicket to the left-hander Chintan. Just short of long off. Keeps it down to just 1. Another single taken. Was stifling the runs, the spinners. This is the 8th over in progression. Uses his feet nicely. Well, that's also something Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, their batters do. They use their feet really well against the spinners. They don't allow any bowler to settle down. Final delivery of the 8th over coming up. Oh, that was it, Art. That's another catch that has been grasped. I understand these are difficult takes, but you can't give somebody like a Chintan life after life. That too in a single game. Gets away with another one. 8th gone, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They're 75 for 1. Start of the 9th over. The off spinner will continue. Quicker, great piece of fielding. Straight to the bowler. Excellent stuff, great reflexes. Pranav is the man on strike, batting on 24. Aditya bowling his second. Once again using his feet. Turns his wrist around it. Works it away towards long off. Some confusion. He wanted a second, Pranav. Sent back by Chintan. Good call in the end. There could be some trouble for Chintan if he had come back for the second there. Pranav batting on 25 now. He's moved to the non-striker's end. Jersey number 25 will continue. Aditya, he was impressive in his first. Chintan, the man on strike, goes big, goes straight as well. Two fielders converge. Long on cuts it off, keeps it to 2. Another brace. Good running between the wickets. at a crucial juncture. And they really needed that wicket, Saraf and partners. Using his wrist there, turns it away towards the onside, gets a single. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they were running away with the game, but the new man Majid, he's a dangerous batsman. He's just walked out, batting or not. Majid is the premier all-rounder for Amarchand Mangaldas. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, that is. He'll be facing his first delivery. And how well has Aditya bowled? He was bound to get a wicket at some point of time. And he does so in the end. That's good running between the wickets. Just tucks it off his pads, turns it away towards the onside. Straight away off the mark is Majid. So a successful over. 6 runs and a wicket coming off it. So this is the start of the 10th over. Puru is into the attack. They've slowly and gradually brought down the current run rate of Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. Majid batting on 3. Again, Fuller in length. Should have stopped that. He did the hard yards. Puts in the dive. Is disappointed with himself. Did everything right. With the ball just deviating off his palms. The current run rate is now 9. Pranav back on strike. He's batting on 28 of just 22. Looks to cut it. Plays that really late. Had one keeping low. This is good bowling. Puru bowling his second. And he's an experienced campaigner, is Puru. He's a wily fox. He's a very good cricketer, very accomplished cricketer. And the best part about him is that he knows his limitations as a player. Keeps to himself. And just focuses on his strengths. Majid back on strike. Another couple of deliveries to go in this over. Majid batting on 4 of just 3. And if Majid finds his feet, then Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas are in for a very big total. Because he's somebody who is destructive with the bat. And he just doesn't hit sixes. He hits monstrous sixes. Final delivery. Pranav is the man on strike. Puru to Pranav, who's batting on 29. Uses his feet. Using his wrist. That's worked away in the gap. Long on. Had a lot of work to do. Does brilliantly well. Keeps it down to just 2. And that brace ends the over. 10 runs. 10th over gone. Beg your pardon. And at the halfway mark, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, the 87 for 2. Should be time for a drinks interval. So drinks off the field and play resumes. Mandatory change of ends. The spinner will continue. He's bowled so well, has Aditya. By signal by the umpire. Aditya into his third. He's given away 14 runs, picked up an all-important wicket. He's been impressive. As I said, doesn't give away too much of flight, bowls it flatter and quicker. And he's kept the batsman on a leash. Aditya will be bowling to Majid. And at the other end rather, Pranav. He's looked solid since ball number 1. He's been out there since the start of the innings. Majid has just worked out, and he's the kind of player. He takes time to settle in, and once he does, that's excellent fielding. Brilliant fielding. That ball was travelling. He had to move in quickly towards his left. The man at long off. Pranav back on strike meanwhile. Oh, that was close. That was very close to the outside edge. He was looking to dab it away towards third man. Played and missed. Two more deliveries to go. Slaps it towards long off. Gets one more run. This has been a tidy over so far. Just 3 runs off it. Majid. Batting on 6. Oh, that's a beauty. That's an absolute peach. This is good stuff from Aditya. 11th gone. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas 90 for 2. पानी कम पिया यार मैंने हम दोनों ने ना वरना बोतलें ऐसे लगी होती है टेबल पर बोतलों के लिए अलग टेबल चाहिए होती पानी में आज संतुष्टि भी नहीं मिल रही है ना लगा मुझे Start of the 12th. Puru will continue. Puru into his third. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's crashed. But long off does well. Quickly gets around it, keeps it to just 1. And this will irritate both Majid and Pranav. They're hitting it well. They're finding the pockets, but today the outfield is not traveling as much. It's not quick. And the ground fielding has been top-notch. Bad bounce there. In the end as well. That's a clean-up job. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas quickly inching towards the 3-figure mark. Goes big. Long on is in business, but he'll only watch it sail over his head. That's a 6. A boundary after a while, and what a classic shot that is. Pranav moves to 38. Great use of the feet. When he hits them, it stays a hit. The confidence with which he uses his feet. He knows if he times it well enough, it can clear any boundary rope. The score moves to 98. This is the 12th over. The pace had dropped slightly, but they're trying to pick it up once again. That's 4 more, another boundary, hits it straight. That's the under up for Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas in quick time as well. 102 for 2. And Pranav He's up the ante now. He's putting the metal to the pedal. Switching gears. Taking on the spin up. Another boundary. That's right in the gap. Nicely adjusted. But won't reach up to the boundary ropes. Brilliantly done by the fielder. Saved 3 runs for his team. I think the bowler has been hit on the face. Seems a bit uncomfortable there. Gets a quick single. Another run taken. And he will keep strike. That's the end of the 12th. An eventful over comes to an end. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, 104 for 2 after the end of that.
वन जीरो फोर 104 4 4 12 overs.
So start of a fresh over. Batsman guides it away towards short third man. And it's Aditya who will finish off his spell. He'll finish off his quota of 4 overs. Has hardly given away any runs. That single brings Pranav back on strike. He's approaching a personal milestone here. He's batting on 43 at the moment. And good fielding, good anticipation, proactive fielding by the man standing at short third. The batsman looking to use the pace of the bowler. Looks to guide it away towards the third man. Any more finer and would have run down, trickled down towards the boundary ropes at short third. Good effort, excellent effort. Gets down, but couldn't stop the batsman from running a single. One more run taken. This is the 13th over of the innings. Bowls it flat. Misfield. But there is protection out there. Sweeper cover gets to it. Slight fumble by the man standing at point. And compared to last week, the outfield has been slower. The last wicket really travelled. Just a push. Straight to the fielder once again. No run. This is good bowling from Aditya. He squeezed in so many dot balls, frustrating Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. Oh, that's straight, and the umpire raises his finger. No doubts about that one. That was fired in quick, and it's a dangerous Mazid who has to depart. He goes for 10. That is a big wicket in the context of the game, especially considering the stature of the batsman. Mazid got a start, but he has to go. Aditya picking up his second wicket and ends his spell on a high. Look at that, 4 overs, conceding just 20 runs, and he's picked up 2 wickets. 13th gone, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, 108 for 3. So medium pacer into the attack. That's banged in short. Pulled away nicely by Pranav. Ayush Sharma is the new batter who walks out to the middle. Shashwat gave away 12 runs in his first over. Wouldn't be happy with that first over he bowled. He's come back into the attack in the middle. And they sense something here. Saraf and partners, they've just seen the back of Majid. If they get another wicket here, then they'll be on top. Generally, it happens that one wicket brings 2. Whereas at the other end, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they need a partnership. Ayush Sharma is the new batsman, left-handed batsman, walks out to the middle. The current run rate is 8.17. Down the leg side, will be called a wide. It is a wide. Good take by the wicketkeeper. That's one problem you have when there is a left-hand, right-hand combination out there in the middle. Shashwat to continue. Looks to get on top of the bounce. Guides it away towards short third man. Slight fumble. Will they come back for the second? They decide against it. Good call in the end. That would have been tight if they had decided to come back for the second. Pranav, meanwhile, just a boundary away from his 50. What a knock this has been. You know, as I've stated before, these are energy sapping conditions. It's not easy to be out there for, say, around 40 overs. After this innings, he'll come out to field. He was looking for that pull shot towards the onside, and I'll tell you what, hasn't missed the wickets by much. That didn't bounce as much as he anticipated. Stayed low. That's the true nature of this deck. It will keep getting lower and slower as the day progresses. We've stated that a million times already. Is that a chance? No, it's not. It's a six, and it's half century for Pranav. 50 up of just 37 deliveries. That's his preferred region as well, over long on. He likes that area. Plays it with a straight bat. Brilliant knock this. He's been out there since ball number one. He's such a treat to watch, is Pranav. Final delivery of the over coming up. He's hit 4 boundaries and 2 maximums. Here we go. Final delivery of the 14th over. After this, the final 6 overs to be bowled. 7 wickets in hand. Pranav, will he go again? He does. Hasn't got it off the middle of the bat. Will they come back for the second? Slight fumble. Excellent running between the wickets. A brace to end the over. A good one for the batting team. 14th gone. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas 119 for 3.
वहाँ बैठो सर हाँ क्या कर सकते हैं
So start of a fresh over. Down the leg side. And as a bowling unit, this is the most frustrating bit. When all of a sudden you're bowling to a right-hander, out comes a left-hander. That really disturbs your line. And it's not easy, I tell you. Also, at times you're trying to change the angles as well. That is why even in international cricket, it's a good ploy to have a left-hand, right-hand combination. Out there in the middle, the wicket-keeper is excited. The umpire raises his finger. That's a wicket. I was talking about the left-handed batsman. He has to go because he's run out. He's well short of his crease. And he's not happy. It was the non-striker who made that call. What a big wicket that is. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas have lost their 4th. Ayush, he has to go. Hasn't got a start today, Ayush. He goes for 1. Rather, he goes for 2. And Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they're 121 for 4.
एक सौ इक्कीस 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 there.
Suraj is the new batter. The batsman opening the face of the bat, guides it away towards backward point, gets a single. The good thing for Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas is that Pranav is still out there. This is a situation, this is a territory that not quite used to Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They're generally scoring at a very brisk pace. And they're scoring at a clip of 8.5 at the moment. They've lost 4 wickets. They still have 5 overs after this to go. So they don't like to be in a territory where they're trying to defend somewhere around 150 or something. That's aerial. In the end, safe. Misfield. What happened there? Gave away some easy runs for the batting team. The umpire just making sure that the ball didn't trickle away towards the boundary ropes. So 2 runs in the end. An additional run given away to Pranav and his team. Pranav moves to 56. Looks to swing it hard. The wicketkeeper is appealing. The batsman is unmoved. Well, that's why he was unmoved. Hadn't got any bat on it. The wicketkeeper trying to fox the umpire in raising his finger. Pranav is well set now. He's seeing the ball big. He's a danger man as far as Saraf and partners is concerned. Because of shots like that, he can pull it off. Straight over the side screen. This is brilliant hitting. Sensational stuff. Pranav moves into the 60s.
It's 130. 130. 15.
That's another good stroke all along the carpet this time towards long off. Gets a single. And this time it's finally the end of the over. A big over that 12 runs coming off it. 15th gone. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they 131 for 4. So final 5 overs remain. And Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas will be hoping that Pranav stays out there till the very end. If he stays out there, then they are looking at a total in excess of 190. That's possible. As I said, he's a batsman who plays according to the situation. You can make him open the innings. You can ask him to come down the middle. And even in the fag end of an innings, you can expect him to tonk the ball all along the ground and over the boundary ropes as well. Start of a fresh over, takes it on the full, slaps it towards long off, gets only a single this time around. One more run added to the total. Pranav moves to 64, gets a new man, Suraj Prasad Meher on strike. Suraj has faced just one delivery. Got a solitary run of that delivery that he has faced. This is the 16th over. After this, we move in to what we call or term as the death overs. Go straight. Is that a chance? Brilliant effort by the fielder at long on. That was a tough chance. He had a lot of ground to cover. Gets a hand to it and saves a few runs for his team. In the end, the batting team only settles for a single. Bowls a slower delivery, picks it up nicely. Pranav puts it in the gap as well, that's 4. It was a slow delivery, reads it perfectly. Does Pranav. Waits for it and puts it away right where the gap existed. Moves to 68. As I told you, he's seeing the ball big now. .68 of just 44. He's picked up the pace here. Definitely, they should be targeting in excess of 160. Apart from that opening stand, he hasn't got much support today, Pranav. But he's fighting a lone battle here. And he's not yet finished. Looks to play away from his body. Was looking to carve it away towards the offside. There's a gap between backward point and fine third man. It's a big vacant gap there. It's around the gully region. There's a sweeper cover. There's a fielder standing at extra cover. There's a man at long off. There's a man at long on. There's a man in the deep. He goes big. Once again, it's that straight boundary. Over long off this time. The man standing there only watches it sail. That's another biggie. And Pranav shifting gears quickly. Moves into the 70s. Look how that strike rate is drastically changing. That's the capability of this man. He's a complete batsman. Final delivery of the 16th coming up. Signs of danger for Saraf and partners. Takes it on the full. Keeps it down all along. Using his wrist. Turns it away towards the onside. Will ensure that he will keep strike. 16th gone. Shahidul Amarchand Mangaldas 144 for 4. They've got 6 wickets in hand and they've got 24 legal deliveries to go. And Pranav is well set. Can he get the first 100 of this tournament this season? Here we go. These are the death overs. Start of the 17th. Pranav creams it away towards the extra cover region. I told you he's seeing the ball big, but also he's got a clear picture of where each and every fielder is stationed. This is brilliant batting. And there is every chance if he stays out there till the very end, he could get to 100. Well, that's not important. What's important for him is taking his team to a big total. And I'm pretty sure he's eyeing in excess of 200. 148 for 4. It is possible. 23 deliveries remain. Pranav batting on 79. He's looked a class apart. Suraj is at the non-striker's end. He hasn't got much to do so far. He's got the capabilities of using the long handle. He's a very good batsman, but at the moment, he's got the best seat in the house. And I'm sure he's enjoying this blitzkrieg from Pranav. The bowler running in, Narendra Rawat. Stylishly played, very wristy. Turns it away towards the onside, moves into the 80s with that single, gets Suraj back on strike. Suraj has been smart. He knows that Pranav is motoring along nicely. All he's got to do is put bat on ball, hand him back the strike. That's been trapped on the pads, going down leg. That's exactly what was suggested from the umpire as well. 150 up for Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, courtesy that leg by. And they'd be happy. At one point of time, even 150 looked difficult for them to achieve. But now, 185, 190 definitely on the cards. Definitely on the cards. That's an interesting looking shot. Works it away towards long off, gets another single. And that single brings Suraj back on strike. That a couple of more deliveries to go in this over. This is the 17th over, remember. A friendly full toss, which Suraj could only work towards the onside, getting a single. One more run added to the total. So Pranav will be facing the final delivery of the 17th over. With on offer. Latches onto it, but hits it straight to the fielder. Just a single, he will keep strike. That's the end of the 17th. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they're 153 for 4. So here we go. The 18th over, the bowler coming around the wicket. That's a good shot. He plays it in the gap. But as I said, the outfield not the quickest. The fielder from long on has enough time to get around it. Keeps it down to just a single. Shirin will be finishing his quota. Suraj is a man on strike. Shirin coming around the wicket. Gave away 24 runs in his first 3 overs. Beautiful delivery. Bowling it wide of the batsman, bowling it full. That's a wide Yorker just within the tram line. Suraj Prasad batting on 3. Oh, that's a full toss. Probably just missing down leg. Sometimes when you're bowling in the death, these low full tosses, they turn out to be a blessing. Because the batsman is looking for that length delivery. So in that anticipation, he misses out on low full tosses. And it becomes really difficult for him to hit it out of the park. That's the length I was talking about. He gets it and he gets width as well. Latches onto it. 4 more runs. No chance for the fielder at sweeper cover. Brilliantly hit. We've seen some fascinating shots off the bat of Pranav today. And so far, it's been his day. Moves to 87. This is a heroic knock. Pranav, initially when he came out to bat, he came out with his skipper. He was playing second fiddle, playing the role of the sheet anchor. And look, now he's dictating terms to the bowlers. Short delivery, was looking for the pole, didn't come off. Extra bit of zip for the bowler, Shirin. He's fired up. He's got some gas. That boundary has stirred him up. Shot again, but width on offer as well. He puts it away in some fashion. As I said, he's bludgeoned some, but the placement has been fine as moves into the 90s with that stroke. And ends the over with that boundary. 163 for 4 Shardul Amarchand Mangalas after the end of the 18th. This is the penultimate over of this innings. Suraj, meanwhile, is a man on strike. At the other end is a man who's approaching a 3-figure mark. Would be the first one this season. At least on ground number 2. I'm not aware of what the records are at ground number 1. But what a knock this is. Gets a single, Suraj. Brings the man, the myth on strike, Pranav. Batting on 91. Gets there or not, but this has been some fine knock. That's a biggie. That's a monstrous hit. Moves to 97, inching closer to his century. Wow, this is some display. He's been everything. He's been a class apart. We've seen power, we've seen finesse, we've seen a pristine timing, and also pinpoint accuracy when it comes to the placement. Pranav Nanda batting on 97. He has a look around the field. I'm sure for the team's cause, he will look for the big shot. He does. Long on. Can he get the A-card? That's his century. Moves to 100 in style. 103 of just 57 deliveries. What a knock this is. This is brilliant stuff. This is stuff of heroes. Take a bow, Pranav Nanda. Absolutely brilliant. Sensational batting. It can't get better than this. Look at the wagon wheel as well. 6 sixes and 8 boundaries for somebody who started off slow. And now bearing his brunt are the bowlers. Puru bowling his final. Goes again. Didn't reach up to the pitch of the delivery this time around. Hits it straight to the man at long on. Only gets a single. One more run added to the total. Now Suraj has a license now to go for it. He takes on the bowler. Just short of the man standing at long on. Just a single in the end. That single brings Pranav back on strike to face the final delivery of the over. As I said, they should get at least 190. That's an interesting shot, but that would be the fall of Pranav. But what a knock this has been. He's played his part. He'd be dejected, but his team would be very happy to receive him. Even the opposite numbers congratulate him because they know this is an innings of a lifetime. 104 of just 58. Fabulous stuff. Fabulous stuff. Even his captain is happy. End of the 19th. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they 178 for 5 with one more over to go. And Puru finally has a wicket to his name. Raj is the new batsman. He's at the non-striker's end though because the wicket had fallen of the final delivery of the previous over. So Suraj is the man facing the first delivery of the final over of this innings. That went nowhere. He was looking to heave it away towards the onside. I think he's run out. He's walking back. Yes, he's short of his crease. He's run out. He knew it immediately. He wanted a run. Well, wasn't quite his day, Suraj. Didn't get going. So, wicket of the first delivery of a fresh new over. Ronak Doshi is bowling the final over of this innings. And now maybe 190 quite not possible, but this still is a daunting task, this total, because Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas have a very potent bowling lineup. They've got a good mix of fast bowlers and spinners. Aditya Tyagarajan is a new batsman, the left-handed batsman. Aditya plays the extra cover drive. He's off the mark with a single. Raj now on strike. Finally gets an opportunity to face Ronak Doshi bowling the final over of this innings. 179 for 6. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas at the moment. They'd be happy with anything in excess of 185. Goes big, Raj! Is that a wicket? Oh, unfortunately, that's been taken. He was looking for the big one. The idea was right. Gets the height, not the distance, though. And he's gone for a golden duck. Well, he had to go for it. But what has happened is that Ronak Doshi has picked up another one, his second wicket. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas have lost their seventh. They're 179 for 7. Well, we saw a great opening stand between this the captain Anup Rawat and Pranav Nanda. And Anup was the first wicket to fall. He went for 27, and after that, nobody really came up with a big score. Chintan coming in at number 3 made 19. Majid went for 10. Ayush Sharma was run out for 2. Suraj went for 6. Raj went for 0. Aditya is at the non-strikers end batting on 1. Dinesh Rawat is the new batsman who's walked out to the middle. That's squeezed past the batsman straight to the keeper. And that tells you about the importance of the knock that Pranav played. He's done the bulk of the scoring. 179 is what's on the board. He's made 104 out of those runs. That's a big chunk of it. Slaps it towards long off. He's off the mark with a single. Wanted a second there. But the non-striker wasn't even looking at him. 180 up for Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, courtesy that single. Final delivery. Aditya. He will look to send it out of the planet. He will look to hit it big. The bowler coming around the wicket. There's a fielder in the deep. Full toss. Hasn't got all of it. He's lost it in the sun. Well, he was coming in to take that catch and he lost it in the sun. That could be a run out. Doesn't matter though. They've taken 2. So 182 is what Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas have on the board. And that means that Saraf and partners will require 183 runs to win in the stipulated 20 overs. Should be an interesting run chase this. We'll have to wait and watch.
आज कोई नहीं निकल रहा बेटे.
So the run chase is underway. 183 is what Saraf and partners require if they are to win this one. Both their openers out there. The bowler has got the new ball in his hands. He's running in, pulls it straight. Perfect line there. Can't get any better. That's a corridor of uncertainty. Bowls it around the fourth and fifth stump channel. Batsman just a push, tentative push. Webber has walked in along with Shashwat. Fuller, that's an edge. He was caught pushing at it. Third man gets to it. First runs of the bat. They're up and running, Saraf and partners. 183 is fairly a big total, especially against this bowling lineup of Shardul Amarchand, Mangal Das. They are so potent. It's a complete all-out attack. They've got the pacers, they've got the spinners, they've got the all-rounders as well. That's nicely clipped off his bats. That will give him a lot of confidence. First delivery, receives a half volley and puts it away in typical fashion. Brilliant shot by Shashwat. Just clearing his front foot and using his wrist to great effect. Wonderful start. And if they get a very good start here, Saraf and partners, Shardul Amarchand and Mangal Das will be on the back foot. They will feel the heat. They will feel the pressure. Swing and a miss. Brilliant comeback. Excellent comeback. That's how you respond as a bowler. He was caught pushing at it once again, was looking to work it away towards the covers region. Played and missed comprehensively. Fuller in length once again. Similar delivery this time. He's got a nick. That's the first one. The breakthrough has been provided by the opening bowler, Chintan Ashwini. He's up and running straight away. He's got a wicket. Shashwat, the man, dismissed. After that wicket, he was caught poking twice, not once but twice. And this is exactly the start that Shardul Amash and Mangal Das were looking for. The dangerous Shashwat has been sent backpacking. So Aditya is the new batter who comes out to the middle. He'll be facing his first delivery. What an over, what a start this is. Aditya was brilliant with the ball. He gave the batsman anything to work with. Bowled an economical spell, picked up 2 crucial wickets as well. Fuller. He guides it away towards short third man. He's off the mark. He's up and running. So successful first over. Saraf and partners, they're 6 for 1 after the end of the first. And this is the left arm seamer all teams should watch out for. Raj into the attack. He's such a dangerous bowler. Those angles where he comes around the wicket to the right hander, they are deadly. He cramps you for room, and the length at which he operates, most often than not, you're tempted to play the cross-batted shots against him, and he's a skiddy customer as well. If the ball stays low, you're done in. You will be cleaned up. Look at that. Enticing the batsman to go for the drive, or rather cut it square. Brilliant bowling, great strategy. Another player who's worked out his strengths and sticks to it as well. Raj to continue, this time staying on the pads. It's not often that you see Raj staying onto the pads of a right-handed batsman. They get a single, one more run added to the total. That required run rate is on the highest side, but if they get a good start, if they maintain partnerships, then it shouldn't be a problem for Saraf and partners. But the problem is with Shardul Amash and Mangal Das, they hardly give you any breathing space. You watch out for the opening bowlers. You try to treat them with respect, but the first change bowlers are equally difficult to pick. And then there are some quality spinners, and then before you know it, they've got some handy all rounders. Some people like Majid. On their days, they are equally brilliant with bat and ball. Raj to continue. Webb of the man on strike. Oh, he was cramped for room once again. Slightly squared up. That's a directed as a non-striker's end. They are celebrating. Is that a wicket? The batsman isn't walking. Or is he? I think he is way above knows it. That is a sensational piece of fielding from Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. A direct hit at the non-strikers end. Vaibhav did not anticipate that. And this is the worst of starts for Saraf and partners. Both their openers depart. Now they are reeling their 7 for 2. So the new batter has arrived. He's at the non-striker's end though because the run out was affected at the non-striker's end. Ronak Doshi is the new batsman. Karthikeyan meanwhile clips it off his pads, plays it straight to the fielder. Things at the moment as it stands not looking bright for Saraf and partners. And just when it was dim enough, Ronak walks in at the other end, at the non-striker's end. Can he turn around the... That's a dot delivery. Can he turn around the fortunes for his team? A dot to end the over. A wicket coming off it, courtesy a run out. 2 overs gone. Saraf and partners, they're 7 for 2. So start of the third. That's down the leg side. Was looking to clip it away towards the fine leg fence. Have to be mindful of the lines, especially with the pace he's operating upon. He works up really good pace, does Chintan. Ronak, meanwhile, is yet to get off the mark. He was facing his first delivery. Chintan running in over the wicket. Fuller in length, pushes it straight to the fielder, standing at point. They faced a few dot deliveries. At the moment, what they need is partnerships. Again, pushes it straight to that same fielder. This is a brilliant start for Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. Just what was required of them as a bowling unit. Gets on top of that. Excellent fielding. Talk about reflexes. That ball was traveling. Yes, there was a sweeper cover, but it was to the wide of him. He would have had a lot of ground to cover. Had timed it sweetly. Puts in the dive, dives to his left, and makes the much needed stop. That's the problem. Not only do they possess a very strong bowling lineup, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, but they've got a very potent fielding lineup as well. There's no respite for you as a batsman. Highlighting that run out in the previous over. That was a good shot, meanwhile. Works it away towards the extra cover region. Sweeper cover had some work to do. Cuts it off. Keeps it down to 2. And today, the outfield, not the quickest. Hits it straight, hits it well. Finds the gap. A couple of bounces into the boundary ropes. A much needed boundary. Well, that was a gift from the bowler. Rank low full toss. And Aditya drills it towards long on. No chance for the fielder who was standing within the 30-yard circle. Aditya's first boundary. It's nice he struck. Looks to go at it again. Hits it hard. But talk about fielding. This is some world-class fielding. These athletes are way superior to the rest of the batch. That's the end of the third. Saraf and partners at 13 for 2. Have a long way to go. Raj will continue. Raj into his second over. That can't be given out. Pitching outside leg. Going even further outside leg. In no world will any umpire give that out. Gets away with that one, the bowler. The batters get a single. It's off the bat, says the umpire. So once again, the outfield doesn't have the pace for the ball to travel quickly towards the boundary ropes. The other week, it was far more quicker. It was faster than this. Has thrashed, but straight to the fielder once again. They've got enough time to take a single, one more run added to the total. Raj has been straying on the patch today. That's pretty unlike him. He's generally very good with his line and length. That's his USP. But especially in this over, He's been straying a bit on the pads, probably trying a bit too much. And there is scope for experiment because Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas clearly on top of the moment, but they have to ensure that complacency doesn't take over. That's a beautiful looking shot through the cover region. No chance for the fielder. Puts in the dive, but the timing was too good. Well, it was a half volley to begin with. He erred in line in the previous couple of deliveries. This time he's erred in length. And I was talking about the shot of length that Raj bowls to. He keeps it around there, keeping the batsmen in two minds, keeping them guessing whether to go forward or stay back. That was very full. And the batsman Aditya just leaning into that drive, puts it away towards the cover region. Great hit to the fence. He threw the kitchen sink at it, but not quite of the middle of the bat, inside edge. Straight to the fielder standing at backward square leg, gets a single. And courtesy that single, Ronak is back on strike. Ronak batting on 2 of 6. He struggled so far. Saraf and partners have generally struggled with both bat and ball today, but can they turn things around? This is a funny game. Nicely gets behind the line of the ball, defends it. That's the end of the fourth. Saraf and partners, they're 21 for 2. Start of the fifth over. The batsman works it through the covers but finds the fielder. Aditya batting on 11. He's the man on strike. Oh, wasn't in total control of that one. Ball travels towards sweeper cover. Surprisingly, Chintan bowling his third. Well, they've got a lot of options. Ronak back on strike. Ronak batting on 2. He's faced 7 deliveries. Hasn't really got going so far in this innings. Turns it away. Just a tap towards mid-on. Gets another run. Another single added to the total. Ronak needs to get a move on here because it cannot be Aditya solely doing the bulk of the scoring. Brilliant hit. Brilliant hit. That was right through the gap, bisecting the fielders nicely. That was caressed The fielder giving it his all. Unfortunately for him, that just ran away. That was timed beautifully. Couldn't get any better. He nicely got out of bounds. Works it right through the gap. Threaded it with a surgeon's precision. Chintan running in. Oh, that's a full toss. Oh, what happened there? He got a hand to it. That would have been a screamer if that stuck. Full marks for the effort. This is sensational stuff. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They're breathing fire out there in the middle. They've been relentless on the field. Goes straight down the ground. No better place to hit it. Over the bowler's head. Another boundary. Aditya is picking up his spots. Moves to 20 now. Fifth gone. Saraf and partners at 31 for 2 after the end of the fifth. So this would be the final over of the power plays using the pace of the bowler. And once again, width on offer. Just guides it right through that gap. Ronak's first boundary. That will give him a lot of confidence. Well, he was inching and inching. Finally gets a gift. Short and wide. And he knew what exactly to do with that delivery. Shows it the direction. And the ball does the rest. Reaches up to the fence pretty quickly. Not a good start with the ball. Trapped on the pads, sliding down leg in all probability. Chaitanya into the attack, bowling his first. Erring in line, the very first ball. Strike. What magic can he work here? He's batting on 20. He's done the bulk of the scoring so far in this innings. He's pivotal to his team. He needs to be out there till the very end. Brilliant. That is masterclass in cover drives. It was a half volley. It was pitched up. But still, had to show it the direction. The batsman. Once again, supreme timing. He didn't try to hit it too hard. This is good batting. Aditya. The shining light. Oh, and he's getting him up. That's a comeback. Can't get any better. That is a massive wicket. Aditya was looking good. Unfortunately, he will have to walk back. That is an unplayable Yorker. And Saraf and partners, they've lost their third. They're 40 for 3. Well, that was an absolute screamer. Aditya, who was looking really good at that point, has been dismissed. New man is Puru, a handy all-rounder. Has he cleaned him up? I think he just has. Puru has been dismissed first ball. He's on a hat trick now, Chaitanya. Puru was looking to dab it a bit too late towards the third man region. Has lost his off stump. He's dejected. And all of a sudden, Chaitanya on a hat trick. After conceding 2 boundaries in this over, the latter half of this one has been superb. Not the best of starts by him. Bowled a couple of looseners early on. But the last 2 deliveries has been sensational. Saraf and partners have the moment feeling. And Chaitanya is on a hat trick. Will they bring in the field? There is an opportunity, there is a chance. The new batsman. Final delivery of the over, final delivery of the power plays as well. Hat-trick delivery. The new man, jersey number 14, Munna Singh. He will be facing the hat-trick delivery. Chaitanya will be looking to bowl it straight and as quickly as possible. Here we go, hat-trick ball. He thought about giving it the chase, decides against it, lets it go. That's the end of a sensational over. 2 wickets coming off it rather, and 2 boundaries as well. Power plays done and dusted. Saraf and partners, they're 40 for 4. So power plays out of the window. And a spinner being introduced straight away. The left arm spinner. The batsman just taps it towards the onside, gets a single, 1 run. And that required run rate is close to 10.5, inching towards it. Munna, the new batsman, he'll be on strike. He's yet to get off the mark. Has faced just one delivery though. Tossed up delivery, trapped on the pads. Some excitement in the fielding camp. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas well on top. They are calling the shots in this game now. Tossed up again. Munna hits it firmly but straight to the field. He was tentative. Every batsman, when they walk out to bat, they want to get off the mark. They're tentative initially. And that first run makes you feel so good as a batsman. It makes you feel more relaxed. That's a good looking stroke, but there is protection. Sweeper cover will get around it, keeps it down to just 1. Good throw as well, good arm. Munna off the mark with that single. It's Ronak back on strike now. Ronak batting on 8. He's faced 11 deliveries. Has hit 1 to the fence. Nicely tossed up once again. Ronak working it away towards long on. Another single. So Munna has worked out at number 6. He's a hard-hitting batsman, but now he's got to apply himself. Look to forge a partnership along with Ronak, but he hasn't. He was looking for the glory stroke. The ball keeps straight and it hits the stumps. Another one bites the dust. They've lost half their side now, Saraf and partners. Things not looking good for them. They're losing wickets in a heap. Munna departs for just 1. As always, he's among 2 wickets. So a new batsman walks out to the middle. A fresh new over as well. A faster bowler comes back into the attack. The batsman takes the low full toss, punches it towards the long on region, gets a single. Ronak moves to 9. Nirbhay Agarwal is a new batter. Excellent bowling. Really well bowled. Chaitanya had picked up 2 wickets in his previous over. What an over that was. Surprising everybody in the latter half of that over. Bowls it slower through the air, just short of the man standing at long on. Well, the invitation was there to be hit. Nirbhay even taking on the bowler. Well short of long on in the end. Nirbhay off the mark with that single. He's mixing them up nicely, just like that. Mixing his pace, keeping the batsman guessing. He wanted to work it towards a square region, moreover towards a third man region, that wide third man region. Fails to make any connection. Once again, that slower delivery. As a batsman, you can almost sense it, but still, because of the lack of any pace on this pitch, it's difficult to make up your mind. If you go for a big shot, you know, with this old ball, it's difficult to clear the fielders until and unless you get something like that. All he had to do was make contact with that. 4 runs and 50 up for Saraf and partners, courtesy that boundary as well. That was a very poor delivery. Chaitanya bowling a full toss on his pads, and no batsman will miss out on that opportunity. Ronak seems like he wasn't quite ready there. So final delivery of the 8th over coming up. 6 runs have come off this one so far. That is a wonderful shot. And the fielder can't get to it. Another boundary. Back-to-back hits to the fence. A good over this. 11 runs coming for Saraf and partners in this over. Ronak moves to 18. Nearby, he will be on strike. He's batting on 1. 8 gone. So the spinner, the left arm spinner, will continue bombing. It doesn't give you any room to work with. The left armer. He's so tight with his lines and lengths. And he's got another one. Bowls it so straight, like a dart. Batsman was swinging across. And another one that loses his off stump. Nearby this time around. He goes for just one. Saraf and partners, they're staring down the barrel. They're 54 for 6 now. When a new batsman is out there, he'll be facing Baumik, who's looked threatening since ball number one. He's already picked up 2 wickets. And here we go. First delivery. Plays it sensibly. Just a push. But finds the fielder. Shirin is a new batter. The opening bowler for Saraf and partners. But they need to get a move on. That's away from the tram line. Wide signal by the umpire. Will have to re-bowl that one. Well, the Saraf and partners camp isn't happy one bit. They know that they haven't played to their potential today. Once again, plays it defensively. Another dot. That required run rate is getting out of hands at the moment. It's almost close to 11 and a half. Baumik will continue. Beautifully bowled. Really well bowled. Getting some grip off the surface. Batsman waiting for the ball to turn away from him. He's negated that successfully, but also he's got to keep in mind this is not a test match. They're chasing a target somewhere close to 190, 188, I believe is the target. And with that, the over comes to an end. Just one run and a wicket coming of that over. Sensational stuff from Baumik. Ninth gone, Saraf and partners, they're 55 for 6. Ronak, the man on strike. Chaitanya will continue. So the captain persisting with Chaitanya and Baumik. Ronak looks to work it, but finds the man at point. Ronak batting in on 18. He's been the only batsman who's got going apart from Aditya. Of course, 128 required of the next 65 legal deliveries. Slight adjustments in the field. That's a big shot, but hasn't traveled much. Fielder placing himself underneath that one, and that is a sensational catch. That will make its case as one of the best catches in the tournament so far. And it's a big wicket as well. Slightly misjudging it initially, but look how quickly he covered up for that. Another one falls, and it's the well-set batsman. Ronak is the one to depart this time around. And that scorecard at the moment, the way it is, seems to be a sorry picture for Saraf and partners. So the new man walks in at number 9. That's clearly going down like Chaitanya. Or rather, it's Majid who's into the attack. Majid getting his first wicket. Beg your pardon, it's not Chaitanya. Majid picking up a wicket. So I was talking about a bunch of all-rounders that Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas possesses. He's one of them. He's a star player. Brilliant with both bat and ball. Away from the tram line, we'll have to re-bowl that one. An extra run given away by Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. The score moves to 56. That's a big hit, but hasn't gone really far. That's in the air. That falls safe between 3 fielders. That's another single. Narendra off the mark, courtesy that single that brings up Shireen back on strike. Shireen is yet to get off the mark. He's on 4 at the moment. Another couple of deliveries to go. Majid. He's running in. Oh, how did that miss the off stump? That was very close to that off stump. Almost whispering past it. Shireen living dangerously here. Final delivery of the 10th over coming up. That's a good shot. That's a good looking shot. Sweeper cover in place, and that's a misfield. Rare from Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. But at the halfway mark, Saraf and partners, they're 61 for 7. Should be time for the final drinks break of the day. So mandatory change of ends after the first 10 overs. A question has been asked, but the umpire is unmoved. That was another close one. If anything's saved him there, might be the height. This is the 11th over. Shireen, the man on strike, batting on 4. Bhawmik has bowled superbly. Works it away towards long on, gets another single, gets Narendra back on strike, courtesy that single. At the moment, as it looks, Saraf and partners are down and out. Two lower order batsmen out there looking to make a fight back. Oh, that wasn't too far away from the fielder stationed at extra cover. For a moment, he thought he was in action, just evading him. So both of them living dangerously at the moment. Long on and long off are slightly within the boundary ropes. Even the man stationed at cow corner. Sweeper cover is pretty close to the boundary rope. So is the man standing at deep mid wicket. Lets it go. That is a dot delivery. Another decent over from Bhawmik. He's bowled 3 overs, has conceded just 7 runs, and he's picked up 2 wickets. So 11th con, Saraf and partners are 64 for 7. Mazit to continue. Makes the late adjustment. The batsman was looking for the booming drive initially. Change in plans at the last moment. He knows that Mazit isn't offering them too much of pace. That's his strength. He will vary. Bowls are pretty much wicket to wicket most of the times. Just like that. Very straight. Narendra plays straight to the man standing at mid wicket. Another dot delivery. This is the 12th over of this innings. That required rate has jumped up to 13.37. Has pushed it towards covers. Gets one more run. One more added to the total. Looks to clip it off his pads. Turns it away towards deep mid wicket. Gets another single. One more run added to the total. This is the 12th over of this innings, as I pointed out. And at the moment, they're not even scoring run or ball. And that required run rate at the moment is 14.04. That's a friendly full toss. Gets away with that one, does Mazit. Well, at the moment for Saraf and partners, it seems like a lost cause. But they're hanging in there. Can we see a miracle? Will that be a catch? Fall safe. How fortunate is that? But that's a directed at the non-striker's end. He's just about made it, it seems. The umpire is shaking his head. So that is the end of the 12th. Saraf and partners 67 for 7. So fast bowler has been brought in to do the cleanup job. Dinesh Rawat. He's express. You could immediately see that the batsman wasn't comfortable facing Dinesh. Narendra is a man on strike, batting on 5. Sometimes it's disconcerting, but that is an excellent stroke, using the pace of the bowler, just giving it the direction it needed. 4 runs. That's his first boundary as well. Just guiding it away towards the backward point area. He was so calm about that shot. Just breaking the shackles. Narendra moves to 9. "71 for 7. Saraf and partners, they'll be hoping they can go on like this till the 20th over. Get to the 3-figure mark at least, and if everything goes right, they can well push around the 150 run mark as well. Down the leg side, we'll have to re-bowl that one. Dinesh at the moment finding it hard to stick to a proper line in length. He's been here and there. And Saraf and partners, meanwhile, will be very disappointed with this performance. They are an excellent cricket team, but today has been their off day. Meanwhile, a trot delivery played by Narendra. With every single dot ball, that required run rate is going higher and higher. It's a skyscraper at the moment. That's another wide delivery. He's putting in a bit too much effort, Dinesh Rawat. All he's got to concentrate on is bowl it straight. Like that. Was a bit too straight though on that occasion. Turns it square. Plays it straight to the fielder. They had enough time to sneak a single. So final delivery at the 13th over. Oh, that's down the leg side once again. This has been a long over from Dinesh. As I said, he's trying a bit too much. This pitch is not as lively. Just bowl straight and reap the rewards. The batsman gets on top of the bounce, works it away towards the offside, gets a quick single. He will keep strike. That's the end of the 13th over. Saraf and partners are 76 for 7 after the end of the 13th. So here we go. Fresh new over. Left arm seamer comes into the attack and has been dispatched for a boundary. That's a no ball as well. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas doing their own experiments at the moment. And it's time for Narendra and Shireen. Set time out in the sun. They're enjoying themselves with the bat in their hands. And it would be a free hit delivery. So Narendra has got the license to swing at it. Free hit signal by the umpire. Here we go. Left arm seamer to continue. Uses his feet. That's an excellent shot. Where were you all along? Brilliant hit. He smoked that. Using his feet, dispatching it, Shireen. He's decided that he's had enough. Not the best of starts for Aditya. Shireen moves to 17. Just delaying the obvious at the moment, Saraf and partners. Narendra is at the non-striker's end, batting on 10. That will be more runs, wide and a single. 2 more runs, we'll have to re-bowl that one. And they're back on strike. They're slowly inching towards that 3-figure mark, Saraf and partners. At required rate has slightly come down now. Oh, that's another excellent stroke. It's pure timing, pure class. And the placement was picture perfect. 93 is what the scorecard reads. Just imagine if they had wickets in hand. 13 and a half. It's gettable. Albeit you got wickets in hand. But we have 2 batsmen down the order playing this knock. That's nicely played. Glancing it away, shuffling across in his crease, staying deep. Another brace. Well, Shardul Amarchand not feeling the heat yet. But imagine if Saraf and partners had wickets in hand. Would have been such a different game of cricket. He's come around the wicket. Huge shout. And that's the end of the over, I believe. Or is it? He's been given out. The umpire has raised his finger. So against the run of play, Narendra has been dismissed. So Aditya gets his man. He's picked up his first wicket. And Saraf and partners, they've lost their 8th. They're 95 for 8 now. Rohtash, the new batsman, walking in at number 10. Aditya has just picked up his first wicket. The left arm seamer. He will continue. He's coming around the wicket. That's another good shout. Another appeal. And the bowler can't believe it. That looked really close. That would be interesting. Replays of that would be really interesting. That looked mighty, mighty close. Leg by signal by the umpire. So final delivery of the 14th over coming up. Shireen is back on strike. Low full toss, Shireen just drills it towards long off, gets a single, he will keep strike, an eventful over that one. 20 coming off it and also a wicket. So 14 gone, Saraf and partners, 97 for 8. Bomik will finish his quota. And look at those figures, 3 overs, just for 7 runs. He's picked up 2 wickets. You can be sure he'll be bowling wicket to wicket yet again. He's a no-nonsense bowler. And generally that's what you anticipate with left-arm spinners. Them being really accurate, that's what that will run away. Or will it? Yes, it will. 100 up for Saraf and partners, courtesy that shot as well. They've done well to get up to that 3-figure mark. Bomik will be really disappointed with himself. That was played in the gap. Not sure if it was intentional or not. But it's the result that's what matters. Bomik once again will be coming around the wicket. Shireen is playing a nice little cameo here. Swings it hard, swings it towards the onside. The fielder, that's burst through his fingers. That's another 6. Is there a twist in the tail here? That was travelling very quickly towards him. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas really good in the field. But that just burst through his fingers. And it will be hurting. Not physically, but that will hurt his ego. That's played straight to the fielder. That's a dot. This over really spoiling Bomik's figures. He had given away just 7 runs in his 3 overs, and in the first 2 he's conceded 10. That's thrashed through the offside. Could be another boundary. It is another boundary. Shireen is onto something. He is cooking something here. He moves into the 30s, 32 of just 19. Consider the fact that he was really slow initially. 111 for 8. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Bomik now struggling all of a sudden. Look how the tides have turned. Pushes it, says no to his partner. Would have been a suicidal run. Final delivery of the over. That's a good shot. Inside out. 4 more runs. What an over this is for the batting team. Shireen moves to 36 of just 21. Saraf and partners 115 for 8. And it's time for the think tank to consider the fact that Shireen should be sent up the order next match onwards. What a display. This has been absolute fireworks. That required run rate is 13.60. 68 required of the next 30 deliveries. Raj is back into the attack. The question is, what is Shireen doing so low down the order? He's coming in at number 8. He's much better than that. And he's showcasing why exactly that is. Raj is really sensational. He's so good to watch, especially coming around that wicket. And Rohtash gets a single. He's off the mark with that single. Now then, Shireen, the man on strike, facing Raj. Uses his feet, swing and a miss. That one staying low. The length, that nagging length. He always keeps you on your toes. Raj is a bowler, the left armer. Gives you no room. At times has a tendency to stray onto your pads, but look what Shireen is trying to do. He's trying to disturb the bowler. That's a sky up. And that's four. Shireen gets another boundary. Is he fighting a lone battle here? 4 more runs. What a knock this is turning out to be. He moves to 40 of just 22. There's still a lot of runs to get, but I'll tell you what, it's not impossible. Especially the way he's batting. Goes through the offside this time. Has he pulled it off? No, he hasn't. He isn't running out of luck at the moment. He might have run out of partners, but he's doing it alone at the moment. 42 of 24. It's still possible. I told you earlier in the innings, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they are a very good bowling unit, but they can't be complacent. Such is the format. One player, one over can change the scheme of things. Good delivery, good comeback. Excellent bowling this by Raj. He was once again looking to work it away towards the offside. Played and missed. Final delivery of the 16th over coming up. Tried something fancy there. Oh, that was a weird shot. Not quite where he intended to hit it, but he will take the single because that was the final delivery of the over. He will keep strike. 16th gone. Saraf and partners here 123 for 8 after the end of that. Jersey number 9. He'll be bowling the 17th over. Oh, that's straightforward. That should be given. And the umpire had no doubts in his head. He was quick to raise his finger. That's the end of the 9th. And with that goes the hopes for Saraf and partners. That is a massive wicket. But what a knock that was from Shireen. He gave them hope, glimmer of it at least. He goes for 43. And Chintan Ashwini picking up that wicket, 43 of just 27. Brilliant knock, fighting. Now Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas 1 wicket away from a victory here. Still a very convincing victory this. So the last man standing, Manish Dayal, walks out to the middle. The instructions would be clear to play out the 20 overs. Chintan to continue. Good delivery, right in the block hole. Manish just works it away towards the offside. So that would be the idea from Saraf and partners and their camp to make sure that they're not cleaned up before they play out their 20 overs. He was in two minds there. Initially thought of moving to his front foot and then decided to stay back. You can't do that, especially when you're facing a faster bowler. At times you can get away with it if you're facing a spinner, but against a faster bowler, you've got to pick up the length. What an effort that is. Brilliant effort. Puts in the dive just short of him. Almost pulling off a blinder. That would have been a sensational catch. Manish Dayal yet to get off the mark. Plays it quietly, gets behind the line of the ball this time. Footwork isn't proper, but till the time you don't miss it, you're safe. The bat needs to meet the ball at the right time. That's what the equation is all about. And talking about equations, at the moment the equation for Saraf and partners getting out of hand, also considering the fact that they've got just 1 wicket in hand. He drives it uppishly. The ball goes up straight to the man standing at short third man. Another dot. A wicket made in that. Chintan finishes his spell. He's picked up 2 wickets, conceding just 22 runs, and he's bowled a maiden. 17 overs gone. Saraf and partners at 123 for 9. Raj will be bowling the 18th. Raj will be bowling out his final over. Can he clean things off? Dabs it late. Straight to third man, who casually fields it. Make sure that they don't even think about a single. Rohtash is batting on 1. That's it. That's the end of it all. Raj finishes things off in style. Bowls it straight, Yorker length delivery. Well, even if the camp suggests you to stay out there till the very end, the idea of the batsman is to hit it out of the town. And in the process, he's lost his bails. So a comfortable victory for Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. They won this game by 59 runs. And a thoroughly clinical performance by them. An all-round performance. They've cleaned up Saraf and partners for 123.